Welcome, you guys. I, I, this reading, that is just moving through my being. I was in the middle of working and I was just like, now. And the keyword is North Star. And it was spurred by the song that came through, new song that it's North Star by Adjoin. And it just has this melodic movement through it, and I just realized today is July 7th, which it means it's 7/7. Something you did the thing. You I feel like this collective of people have like actually chosen to commit to themselves. And I've been talking about this energy for, I don't know, it feels like months. Is kind of like this buildup of like what has been going on, what is moving. And as I like you finally have reoriented your compass to yourself. Like truly understanding that the direction that you go in life is through your own lens, your own perception. And this, I know I'm going to be interrupted during this reading. I'm just going to preface that. My Cancer New Moon video is like rendering in the background, and I know it's going to like finish up during this, and there's going to be a moment where that resonates. And oh my gosh, this is going all over the place. Bear with me. I will draw cards, I will do other things, but there's they just showed me all these doors opening. Like you're in the center of your own center. Like you're so like in it, and I keep seeing the like center of this spiral on my necklace here. Like you are just so centered, and it's like opportunities are going to run to you because of how just the surety, the clarity of like this is real. This is me. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now. Gonna let the light shine on me. Yeah. Yeah, that's you guys. Also, welcome to my new folks who are joining me here for the first time. I'm Izzy. I go by 8th House Mercury here. On my other account, I go by Astrania, which is going to be the account that I'm uploading this full moon, new moon in Cancer video on. So it's a 30-minute long video of like the Cancer new moon coming up on July 14th is something and I'm going to be sitting with my inner circle as we dive deep into the unconscious threads that are surfacing and like help navigate. So if you feel that call, there's 5 more spots in my inner circle if you feel the desire. Okay, Astro Dice first. Yeah, we're going to dive into this like, whoa, yeah, there it is. I knew it. Leo sun in the 11th house. Ooh, and I just felt this like ping in my heart as I said that, as I read what I just rolled. And I really feel like you've entered some new training ground is kind of what it feels like, because you've claimed your energy, and now it's like, oh, I just heard like you ready to roll with the like big dogs, because that's what's happening. Like you're stepping onto a stage in a way, and this is very related to the shift of the north and south node into Leo Aquarius axis, which is happening later in July, and I'm going to be posting a full video on YouTube about that as well. But this is very much like you're doing it in a different way, right? Your climb to success that is coming through in this reading, it is being done in a way that isn't traditional, that isn't normal. And there is, and this relates to another reading that I posted. I post readings all over all the places. So if it showed up for you, this reading's probably for you as well. um, is that some people are freaking pissed that you are in this, that you are operating, that you're getting success from a different operating system, because a lot of people had to play this game they played the game that society told them to play to get to where they're at, and you were like, that doesn't seem fun, so I'm just not gonna do that, and I'm just gonna follow my joy. And you have been rewarded, and so you're like around a lot of people that got success by sacrificing, I heard, their integrity. And so you're coming in full of integrity, and they're like, who's that? It's giving Katniss Everdeen. I volunteered because I love my sister. And like, I am a person that, like, yeah, it's, you're different. You are different. And you're using your platform, whatever success is coming to you, in a completely different way. That's why it's been easier, because God, spirit, source, universe, whatever you want to call it, insert belief system here, the higher energy was like, we know that you will use this power for good, that you will use it to actually shine light on things that are unjust, and to actually help other people rise to the occasion in the same way that you did, which is by being true to themselves. Oh, I heard like you are a thought leader. All right, we're using the cerulean sequence. It called to me as I was like, this message was coming through. Okay, we have this 2 card, and I don't use this deck very often. Okay, we have 2 as well down here. I did see 222 quite often yesterday. All right, so we have this 2, this 2. We have a 7, a 3, and an 8. Interesting. Spirit wants me to read this number. 22,738. Okay. And that's so funny because I used to struggle reading numbers. And for whatever reason, I was like, I just got to lock in for collective here. And so I did. And I read the number. Oh, and I had one in this page. I might have some cards in here, I think. Maybe? No. Okay. Anyways, this 2. 2s are all about balance ultimately. And this, I'm just seeing like this flourishing garden, right? This sort of like growth that is happening. And this says scale is crucial. Oh God, you guys are about to like, yeah. To the ant, the leaf is everything. To the giant, it's not even a thought. Learn to quiet your worries and you'll find balance. Scale of things are so important. It's the thing, is the thing that you're worried about as big as you're letting it be. Um, if you see this scale up or down, there's something, for most of you, I feel like this is a scale upwards. Like it's time to actually let yourself rise to this. I heard rise to the occasion, because your energy is already big, and it's time for you to think about infrastructure moving forward. Like for those of you who are just starting businesses and like it's moving, like this is something now. I've worked in business. Like scale is so crucial. Like if you were to get 100 clients in the next 24 hours, would you actually realistically be able to do that? Yes or no? Probably not, right? This is where you have to understand, what do you need in the future to actually hold what it is you're creating, okay? Wow, I'm so like, I'm just like enamored with this energy, because like, yeah, it's time. And then we have this other 2, which is all about the cycle of things and the feminine phases. That's what has set you apart from everybody, is you're not performing. When you feel called to rest, you rest. You're not pushing yourself to death, right? And I'm thinking of just like the masculine nature of our 9 to 5 sort of I heard muggle struggle. Um and this for me is really speaking to, I know when to stop and I know when to go. And a lot of the things in your life, you're just pulling them in to your energetic field. This is the feminine energy. This is about the moon. It's just a projection of, is this just a projection of the moon we once knew? Oh, my moon, my love, you hold secrets so tight, and you can barely breathe, and still your own light is like no other. Yeah, there's something that was interesting. Yeah, there's more support that is coming in for you, and or needing to ask for support. Yeah, there's something that I'm feeling with, like, you've built things so well on your own, that it's like understanding that there's going to be a moment where you actually need to open up to have help come in. And that's where this 11th house energy is coming in with this Leo sun. And the 11th house is like community, right? You're not supposed to bear the weight on your own. Now, jumping into the 7 that we have here. So knowledge, spread awareness, right? Like I said, I was like, you're like a thought curator. What did I say? Thought something. Anyways, spread awareness seeds, hold the knowledge of the generation before them. Seeds. Like just like people, there are so many different kinds. Your smaller idea today will one day grow into something big. You are the only person that needs to be convinced. Very interesting. Oh, there's some ideas that are percolating under the surface, and okay, I'm gonna peek at the rest of these before I like talk about that. Okay, we have this 3. Things in threes. The sun, the moon, the rising, first, middle, last. Um, birth, life, death, mind, body, spirit, bird, muffin, horse. That's funny. Keep trying, and the stars will align. DNA. It's all about your uniqueness, your super rare, high quality. I'm getting chills. And then we have this 8. Constellations for protection. Appreciate. Congratulate yourself. Take this time to celebrate your achievement. Second chances. When you're ready. Close break. Things could have turned out so differently. Don't get stuck on the could be. This is very interesting because like you're sitting at the the seat, but the seed of potential. There's so much waiting to be bursted. Again, they're taking me back to this image that I had as we were starting this reading of like you just like again this like you choosing you opened up so many doors. It's like there's so many so there's this idea of like a genius, right? And a genius being a thought that comes in that's saying I want to be created because supply and demand, there is a desire for this thing out there, and so we are contacting God source universe is contacting somebody who could be a creator of it. It gets sent to a lot of people, by the way. Like it's not just you. It's why you'll see very similar things pop up at the same time, like the collective readings, right? Where we show up to deliver these messages because they come through. It's the same thing with whatever idea is happening here. And so there's infinite doors. They showed me like, if you like look at mirrors that are like kind of close to each other, a bird just flew in my peripheral. That it's like this infinite like map. They just showed me that, and it's like there's infinite potential that is present in your field right now. And so what seeds do you desire to sow? Especially when it comes to your DNA. This is getting a lot deeper than just like creating something. This is reprogramming an entirely new system and way of being. Again, like I said, you've gotten to where you're at presently by doing things differently. That is like the magic of you. And again, this North Star energy. Mm, mm. He 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 he. Yeah. Are you ready to play with the big dogs? Because it's time. And that pause was because I'm just really feeling this like, there could be a moment where you're like, fuck, no, I'm not going to do this. I don't think you are, but that's how like intense this feels in a beautiful way. Like, I really feel the like, okay, times now, like, I'm hearing the, like, you know, the Hunger Games, like, pew, like, the doors are opening, you're going to go win. And this isn't about, like, you know, other people, but this is about, like, you actually going for what you desire. And there is something very significant about the DNA here where it's like, say, like I said about like reading the number, where there was this old version of me that's like, I don't know how to read this number, and I would always flip it around, never could like say numbers out loud, and I just sat and I was like, oh no, actually I can. And now they're bringing in another example. I'm iron deficient, and a natural way to get iron, do your own research, I'm not a doctor, is through molasses. And there was this version of me a couple weeks ago that thought it was disgusting, and I'd make faces, and I hated, and I would like down it down with water. The last couple days I decided that I don't want that to be true anymore, and then it stopped. And it's been fine. And so there's also this power of the mind and like literally switching like whatever stories. And this does really relate to like this freaking Cancer new moon, which my video is like about to finish rendering in the background as we're recording this. Yep, it just finished as I said that. So I'm going to be uploading that to YouTube, which will be linked down below, my other YouTube account. So definitely give that a watch after this. Okay, tell me a bit more. Oh, there we go. I was waiting for the 0. Of course, we have a 0 and we have a 9. And it was the 9 card that I saw in the book. That was also during my pause. I was looking at that and I was like, wait, that's the North Star I'm talking about. You see that star there? I'm like, that's a star. That's it. And then I was like, no, but I didn't pull the card. Again, you already know. And there's also this other thing that has been coming in. Oh my gosh, I'm like getting in it. Now all the messages are coming in. And usually this is how my channeling works. It's like once I'm in the flow, it's like all the floodgates open. Just because certain signs and symbols happen in your reality where it's like, oh, but my spirit animal was there. Or like, for example, I went to a location um to like see if it was for me, and somebody there had a cat that looked like mine, and I was like, oh my gosh, I could make this a sign. But when I actually settled into my body was like, no, this is not it for me. Okay. And there's something about like understanding that like sometimes there's red herrings that are happening for you to can again choose yourself. Again, choose yourself. Now, this then we have this 0 card. I was waiting for it. Look at this one. I love it. Right? And zeros are all about completion. And I think is like the ultimate I was like the ultimate boss of completion. Yeah. It already happened. Randomness. The two-headed snake represents absolute chaos. There is no end or beginning, and more time slips away. It is a bunch of nothing and still nothing. It already happened. It's like the Hanged Man. Yeah, there is this like change of perspective that is happening, and I'm going to hold up the book here. This is how he does it, which is super super cool. I feel like you are again with this like, yeah, a lot of things are popping up right now as potential distractions for you to really be like, no, I know my path. I know my path. I know my path because I trust myself. And that's where this 9 comes in. Look at geomancy for the answers you seek. Learning how to let go of what you once had. Found the solution. You found the balance. You solved the riddle. I don't want it to end yet. I don't want to say goodbye. The quest is nearly over, and that scares me. Find the perfect mix. A plus B plus question mark. Magic mixtures in the middle of the night. This is freaking, whoa, I just got full body chills reading that. There's been a lot of things happening in your dreams as well. Okay, that's where they're drawing me. Okay, I was writing stuff down. I normally dream a whole bunch. Drops of Jupiter, full steam ahead, expansion and contraction, removing the old is what I wrote. So the song Drops of Jupiter was coming in my dreams. We'll find that those lyrics here. Tell me. Okay. Now that she's back in the atmosphere with drops of Jupiter, she acts like summer, walks like rains. Remind me that there's a time to change. Hey, since the return of her stay on the moon, she listens like spring and she talks like June. But tell me, did you sail across the sun? Did you make it to the Milky Way to see the light of days? And that heaven is overrating. Tell me, did you fall for a shooting star while you were looking for yourself out there? Now that she's back from that soul vacation, tracing her way through, it's so interesting, right? Because like this is all about like somebody going to like find themselves. And I really feel like in that journey of finding yourself, like you thought it was this external journey, but it really was this return to inner peace and self and realizing I am here all the time. I am here present now. And this card here, ugh, magic mixtures in the night. There is this brand new beginning in the chaos, right? It really is. Ugh, I'm like, oh, I love this energy so much. I know I sound maybe a little bit frustrated, but it's not frustration. It's like I just can't get the words out fast enough and I just can't it's very puzzling because this next space that you're like this next potential that you're stepping into is basically I'm seeing the magician card. Like you have everything at your fingertips, and as I said, the magician card, this was what was left when I picked up the deck. Full body chills. Like this is what's been happening to you too, where you'll be saying things or like intuiting things and then literally you get the confirmation seconds later because you and your life and your manifestations are like next to each other. It's not even coincidence. For example, I knew what card I was going to pull like multiple times the last couple days, or like it's just slightly a hair off. Another example is I woke up, I don't sleep with my phone in my room. And so when I go to like journal or like jot things down, I like get up out of bed and like go to my phone and write it down. And the other night, before checking the time, I was like, I'm like, I know what time it is. It's 2:44. I looked at my phone. It was 2:43. Um, yeah. So interesting synchronicities. Again, with this magician energy, it's like you've and they're bringing me back to the start, like Ouroboros. They're like back to the start of the reading, which was like you're stepping into completely uncharted energy that is so mind-blowing to people in your like in your reality, and that are about to be in your reality. I'm getting it's like how people probably would have felt like meeting Jesus. And now I am not putting you on a Christ pedestal. No. No, don't go that direction. Please do not get lost in that sauce. But in just the way that like you carry yourself so unapologetically and you just trust. You just be trusting. Yep, this card is literally the sun. Here comes the sun. The sun, the sun is tired too, is what it says. Feel confident and empowered. Lap it up. This card represents the joys of being alive. How good does the sun feel on your skin? Things grow towards the sun. And that's where it's like, again, I'm literally seeing your power so intense and so clear that you are just drawing things to you. Like I saw the magician card, and of course the one card that this to me is giving magician energy, and the magician is the first number one in the tarot. The fool is 0, and so there is a little bit of fool energy with this too, where it's just kind of like, yeah, chaos. And so things may feel a little bit ungrounded around you, but you're not even affected. And maybe you feel the like emotional stirrings that are happening, but there's this deep like clarity of you. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask how we wrap up this message, and we have this 4 card, and as you look at it, it's just got a bunch of cleaning supplies on it. Venus is moving into Virgo on the 9th, I believe, right? Isn't that when it's happening? Yeah, on the 9th, and she's going to be conjunct the South Node, trine Chiron. I wrote all about it on my Substack. You can check it out down below. And this is really asking you to get very serious about how you actually love yourself, right? Which means saying no to things, which is saying, oh, I need to clean up my diet. I need to clean up my space. I need to get organized and prepared because there is the potential. It's like I'm seeing like last little strings, last little things that need to be drawn, like oriented in your reality. Okay. I'm gonna split to this 6. And I believe this card's all about love too. I'm gonna take a peek at it. Meow, 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 meow. Thank you guys for hanging out, liking, subscribing. All of that helps my channel grow as well as just supports me in what I'm doing. So thank you. I appreciate you deeply. This 6 is the good and the bad equals reality. Ancient beings are your ancestors. Keep their stories alive. Listen, the heart holds on to hope, and that's okay. Passed down, love passed down, family, something inherited. Be holistic. Look at everything together. We need to remember the good parts, right? Hieroglyphs. There's something about in this process of like cleaning things up, of like, you don't have to, because I'm seeing like cutting cords and stuff. It doesn't have to be like this whole dramatic thing. You can just say, I'm choosing myself. It doesn't have to like over explain, which is making me think about this one quote that popped into my mind. Let me see if I can find it here. I tossed it somewhere. This is where I get real chaotic. I like will take screenshots of things and like toss them in random places. Where did I put this one? Bummer. I really want to find it. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. Okay, I just went digging through my screenshots to find this. Um, Oversharing scares people away who value healthy boundaries. But it is a green light for people who are looking for victims because it shows you give yourself away freely and do not value/defend your own privacy. I took that screenshot from Witch and Scythe, one of her readings. She put it up on the screen, and I just thought that was so profound. And what I mean by that is like, you don't have to over explain why you're doing what you're doing to people. Like, you can keep it clean, clear, and concise. Okay? Because your boundaries have changed too because of this deeper self-respect that has been created. I'm going to leave this reading here, you guys. I love you so, so much. And I will see you in the next reading.